What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Los Blancos Fan TV. Hopefully, you guys are doing well in these confusing times. For me, I'm doing quite well. I just need a haircut, though. But on today's topics, we do have a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about Rennes. They qualified for the Champions League today in the French League. The league's over there. PSG are crowned champions, even though the season's over and it's not even completed yet. PSG are crowned champions over there. Pedro Sanchez, the Spanish Prime Minister, came out today with some good news as well. Upamecano linked to Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, might not sign Ariel on a permanent base at the end of the season. Interest from PSG on Reguilon, and the Martial coming out on news for Paul Pogba, and some good news on Eden Hazard's return to full fitness, basically. But we're going to start off with Ligue PSG crown champions over there, and Rennes, which is a team that Camavinga plays for. Camavinga heavily linked to a move to Real Madrid this summer. But I did read a source, this deal's not up in the air. Since Rennes have not qualified for the Champions League, he might just stay over there because this Camavinga, there's a couple sources saying that, it all depends if Rennes qualify for the Champions League over there. So now they qualified officially, because they were in a race, with Lille for that third place spot over there. So now they've officially qualified over there. Will Camavinga still want to come, or will he? Rennes definitely do want to keep him. They definitely want to keep him. And teams are losing money over there, but Rennes might be one of those teams that need the money in the summer. Because financially, a lot of teams are suffering. And a lot of French teams, they do need the money. And Real Madrid, I heard a source this morning that Real Madrid are pretty much the only club in La Liga that are doing financially well. Atletico Madrid not doing well financially, and Barcelona not doing well financially. Real Madrid is the only club right now that are somewhat doing quite well financially. So hopefully Real Madrid could get some money if there is a transfer window to get some money to spend it in the summer. Hopefully on Camavinga as well. Very, very promising midfielders get in there to bring to Real Madrid. Only 17 as well. Looks very, very good. That has had a brilliant season for Rennes this season. Rennes have done very, very well this season as well, getting third in Ligue 1. First time qualifying for the Champions League in their history, I believe, from what I've read. Really great achievement for them. But we'll see on Camavinga. Right now, it's up in the air. Obviously, I said 7 out of 10 for me, Camavinga coming to Real Madrid this summer. I'm still going to stick by the 7 out of 10. I still think he will come. I think Real Madrid will find the funds for Camavinga, but we'll have to see on that one, But, the transfer window is going to be a very, very odd transfer window this summer, but I do think Real Madrid will tempt Camavinga to come to Real Madrid this summer. I do think that's going to happen, especially with Zidane there. A lot of young players at Real Madrid, of course. You got Rodrigo, Mendy, and obviously Kubo on loan. You got Odegaard on loan. You got Vinicius in there as well. Lots of young players. Hakimi on loan, Reguilon on loan. Asensio is going to come back as well from injury. He's going to come when La Liga returns. I think Asensio will be fit as well, which is also good news. And yeah, so a lot of young players. I think this is what Real Madrid are looking for. Young players, young talented players, So it's a little bit in the air though. This deal, it's a little bit in the air though. But especially that Rennes qualify for the Champions League. We'll have to see on that. We'll have to see on that. I still think he'll come to Real Madrid this summer if there's a transfer window, But on to the next thing. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez came out, confirmed on Tuesday that pro athletes will return to individual training at sports venues across the country starting from May the 4th. And there will be testing going on as well for, testing is going to be required. And if everything goes well, if no one tests positive for the virus, gradually the restrictions will become less and less and less until a possible return for La Liga either June the 5th or June the 12th. Early June is what they're talking about for a return for La Liga. So that's good to hear. I want football back. I know. The thing is, though, there's always a risk to it. There's always a risk, There's if a player gets it, if a manager gets it, if one of the coaching staff gets it, medical staff, anyone in the ground gets it. Cameramen, commentators. I don't know, someone like that. There's always a risk factor to it. You never know, especially that a lot of people are gonna be, close to each other and stuff like that. It's a little bit risky, but then again, it's gonna be risky until there's a vaccine, which I don't know. It might be until early 2021 when the vaccine comes out for this virus, and even then, there might not be enough for everyone to have that vaccine. There's only a limited amount. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be tough. There's always gonna be a risk factor, but June the 5th to June the 12th, obviously closed doors as well. No people will be attending for that, but I want to finish the season. I do want to finish the season. Real Madrid are in a title race with Barcelona right now. Right now they're in the Champions League. Down 2-1 to Man City, but you can always recover from that. So it's exciting right now. It is the form of Real Madrid before the lockdown wasn't that great. It wasn't that great, but with this virus, Eden Hazard coming back from injury when La Liga returns as well. He will be available when La Liga does return early June. If that does happen, Eden Hazard will be available for that. He's almost fully recovered from that injury. As we know, Eden Hazard has had loads of injuries this season, unfortunately for him. He costs a lot of money, loads of potential. We've seen the potential at Chelsea, but it just hasn't worked out at Real Madrid because of injuries, But he's had some good games. It hasn't been all bad. He's had some brilliant games as well, though. Eden Hazard, I can't wait. I can't wait to see him again in a Real Madrid shirt. Hopefully that La Liga does come back. I do want La Liga coming back. There's always a risk factor with it. Until there's vaccine, there's always going to be a risk. Always. Until there's a vaccine for everyone. The players need to get it. Everyone that attends the grounds needs to get it, basically. If there's going to be no risk, then all the players have to get it. All the managers, all the coaching staff, medical staff, commentators, everyone has to get the vaccine if there's going to be no risk. And without the crowd, that's without the crowd. Also, the crowd, if there is going to be a crowd, next season, 2021, late 2020, people are going to have to get the vaccine. So when's the vaccine going to be available? If there's no vaccine, there's always going to be a risk to it. Always going to be a risk to it. But I want the season I do want the season to end. But at the same time, there's always a bigger picture with it. There's always a bigger picture. If a player, gets the virus and passes away, it doesn't look too good. But we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. Right now, a lot of positivity on the return of La Liga. So very, very positive on that note. Now, moving on to Upamecano. Upamecano's a decent player for Leipzig, 21 years of age. Loads of talk about him, linked to big clubs around Europe. Bayern Munich interested, Real Madrid, Manchester City as well. But according to a source from Germany, Sports Bild, a very, very good source in Germany, tier 2 source, basically saying that Upamecano has come to an agreement with Bayern Munich for him to go in the summer. Upamecano is a guy that his contract runs out in 2021. So after the season ends, whenever that's going to be, he has 1 year left. 1 year left. That's not a lot of time. So RB Leipzig, they're not a team that's suffering financially. They're doing very, very well financially because of course they are sponsored by Red Bull, so they're in good hands, Leipzig. But Upamecano I think he does want to leave. 60 million euros to get him out of Leipzig. 1 year left on his contract. There was talk about him extending the contract for maybe 1 more year, but it all depends. Who's going to buy Upamecano for 60 million euros. Then again, Germany and Bayern Munich, they love getting talent from the Bundesliga. Dortmund, Leipzig, you look at even Pavard, loads of players, every talent, in Germany. Bayern Munich just wants them. It's like a monopoly over there. Any good player, Bayern Munich just swoops in for them and just gets them. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to Bayern Munich. I don't think he's coming to Real Madrid. If I would have to give it out of 10 possibility, I would say a 2 out of 10. I don't think he's coming to Real Madrid this summer. I don't think so. Real Madrid do have Sergio Ramos. I know he's getting old, 34 years of age for Rennes, very, very good. And do have Militao. So that's 3 center backs right there. You could always buy another one, but I don't think Real Madrid will buy Upamecano this summer. So yeah, I think that can be written off for me. I think that deal is not going to happen this summer. But also a deal that will not happen this summer is Areola. This is RMC Sport from a French source, tier 2 source from France. So, Areola, came from PSG. So this is a good source, basically saying that Real Madrid will not sign Areola on a permanent basis. As you know, at the beginning of the season, I was kind of worried. You know, Courtois wasn't in good form. It looked like he was playing dodgeball in the net. You know, he wasn't saving anything. But before lockdown, since the start of the new year, he's been doing very, very well. Courtois, very, very well. So I'm not worried about the goalkeeper situation right now. In terms of backup, though, Real Madrid looks like Real Madrid will bring back Lunin, who is currently on loan right now. I don't think he's had a lot of game time though, Lunin. You know, I don't know. He is 21 years of age, very, very young. You know, I think he's on loan. Is it Real Oviedo? I think he is on loan at Real Oviedo right now. He was on loan at Valladolid before that, and he's played 8 games. 8 games for Oviedo right now. 0 games for Valladolid though. So in terms of backup goalkeeper, I don't think it matters too much. You know, Areola, I think he's a decent. He does have a mistake in him, but he's a decent goalkeeper. But I don't think Real Madrid will keep him. You know, I think he'll go back to PSG and then assess his options over there. And then Luna, if he does come back, you know, Courtois has been in good form, so I'm not too worried about that right now. But what? This is another good source. Di Marzio coming out on Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba, obviously, a player that linked heavily to Real Madrid last summer. He said that he could leave United. Has 1 year left on his. Of course, Pogba has 1 year left on his contract right now. An extra year, an optional extra year that could be triggered by United. Obviously, Juventus are in for Pogba. They do. Fabrizio Romano the other day actually confirmed that if there was a transfer window, if there's going to be a transfer window, Pogba will be their number 1 priority. In terms of Real Madrid, I think Zidane does want Pogba, but I don't see this one happening. I don't see, especially with Valverde coming up this season, I don't see Pogba coming to Real Madrid this summer. I think next season you're looking at a midfield of Casemiro, Toni Kroos, Valverde, Modric might stay. If Modric doesn't stay, you know, you got Odegaard on loan over there. So there's options, of course. There are options in the midfield right now. Especially Pogba, he's going to want to play every single game. Do we really want to dislodge Valverde? He's been superb this season. Do we really want to dislodge Toni Kroos? Has been superb this season. I don't think so. You know, I don't think so. So in terms of Pogba, I don't see this one happening. You know, I really don't. Also, he's a big price tag, 100 million pounds, 100 million euros. It's a lot of money. You know, it's a lot of money. So I don't think that's going to happen for me. I think, you know, Real Madrid are more looking towards like Camavinga, stuff like that. You know, so yeah, but that's it for today, guys. Those are all the news coming out. For that, you know, hopefully La Liga does return next month, of course. But you know, take care, social distancing, of course. You know, do that, all that stuff. Hopefully, you're gonna get a haircut soon as well. Can't wait for that. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and peace.